welcome to my videos. So guys, 2025 is over, and in the year 2025 4.9 million visas and permits were expired. Okay, now a question comes that, of course, it's a genuine question and many people are talking about it, and it's across media houses too. What happened to these 4.9 people? Have they left Canada? So related to this, I'm gonna have this video, so make sure you watch it till the end. Okay, and also would like to clarify, neither I'm an immigration consultant nor I'm a government body, so in case you take anything out of this, you do it at your own risk. All right guys, so let's proceed. So guys, in my opinion, and as it was told by the government also during a question asked by the opposition last year, that most of these would leave. So I also believe, like, out of 4.9 million people, many would leave, especially those who come on work permit as an on-site in IT and other industries. These people like go back between offshore and on-site, so definitely they would return. Okay, many genuine visitor record holders, many visitor visa holders, they also go back, right? Most of them. Okay, even for study permits, many go back, but there are certain people who don't go back, and that's where the discussion is, what happened to those. Now the problem here is government of Canada does not keep exit record. If you have ever been to Canada, and if you see, when you leave the country, there is no immigration check. I'm not talking about immigration. If you leave India, for example, on a foreign trip, you see there's an immigration check also, where they verify your documents, and again, if you have anything outstanding against you in the system, they can stop you, and many people get stopped, right? Especially those with fake documents and fake visas, they get stopped. But here in Canada, there is no such process. You go to an airport, you check yourself in with an airline, and then you go for security and you can exit. But yeah, they do verify your permit for travel to your destination, that's fine. Even for land borders, there is no exit check. You are going to USA, fine, you have a direct gate, you just go and you meet the CBP officer. There is no check at Canadian side before you go to CBP. Internally they may have some data sharing, but this is how the process on ground is. Now when CBSA is deporting record number of people, 400 a week, are they doing it at an enough speed to remove all the people? Because as per the data that was shared in 2023, that by 2023 around 20,000 to 500,000 people were living illegally in Canada undocumented. I mean to say, the exact number is not known. It is just estimated based on various analysis, but the exact number is not known. So few things government need to do. That first of all, they should have an exit check at an airport or land borders. Of course, they can collaborate with CBP and airlines and have this data recorded, that who is leaving the country, okay, in a very effective way, and their documents should be checked, that how they entered the country. So this will help to make the analysis better rather than making it across ranges. Okay, then at the same time, if they really want these people to leave the country, CBSA need to be provided more with more resources, with tough laws and tough powers. I mean, if you see the expenses there, that's too huge for anyone to be removed forcefully, and there's a lot of money that need to be invested for that. So in my opinion, why can't government make a bill or law or whatever you say, that if somebody is staying illegally even after the order, and means somebody is defying the order, then whatever assets that guy has made here in Canada, why can't that be seized and sold, and that is given to CBSA to remove that guy? It will save the taxpayers money. Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. I mean to say, why an honest taxpayer's taxes should be used to remove someone who has defied all government orders and still continue to live in Canada, right? There should be consequences, because consequences can only make someone comply. If there are laws, rules, regulations, but no enforcement, we know what people are gonna do. forget about immigration, even traffic rules, if not enforced, are not going to be followed. We know that. Forget about immigration. So that's what I would say, guys, that CBSA need to be more resourceful. I'm not saying CBSA is not doing anything. Every week 400, it's a huge number, it's a record number of users. So that is what, guys, I would say. So definitely, like, CBSA's resources need to be increased, monitoring compliance have to be increased, new checks have to be increased, officers have to be given more powers, and quick removal process, like laws should be strengthened. Especially many people claim that refugee claim is being misused a lot, because in British Columbia, some, even after some serious criminal findings, people, those who were said to be deported, they claimed asylum, and now CBSA has to stop their removal until their claims are heard. So these are some loopholes in the process that can be exploited by many under various circumstances. So that needs to be fixed for the process to go smooth. So let me know, guys, what you feel about it. Thanks for watching this. Please subscribe to the channel. Thank you.